Okay, dear students, good afternoon. Okay, today we are going to discuss about PDCA cycle. Comes under the Deming principles. Last class we have discussed the 14 points of Deming. So what Deming was said and what are the things we need to do within the industry or any kind of organizations. Can anyone tell who is Deming and where he was coming from and when he was born and what he did in the industry? Can anyone answer for this question? Can I? Whether my slides are visible? Slides sarida?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Edward Deming by the last class we discussed. Last class we discussed about the Edward Deming and we discussed about his principle and what he said in the total quality management and what he insisted to follow the points. There are 14 points we discussed in the previous class about Deming's what Deming's was said in the manage the quality and improve the quality management within any kind of industry or organization and all. So this is what we discussed in the last class. Edward Deming 14 points on route to quality, and Deming also uh, contributed the Deming cycles, and he also contributed 7 deadly diseases of management and system of profound knowledge. Okay, these are all the things we discussed about in the previous classes, and we discussed the 14 points of Deming's what Deming was said. Okay, and these things we have discussed in the previous class. Okay, now I am going to play on a small video of understanding of total quality management.
Quality management. So let's start today's video. Quality refers to a parameter.
ஆடியோ இப்ப கேக்குதா? இப்ப ஆடியோ கேக்குதாப்பா?
Which decides the superiority or inferiority of a product or service. Quality can be defined as an attribute which differentiates a product or services from its competitors. Quality plays an essential role in every business. Business marketers need to emphasize on quality of their brands over quantity to survive the cutthroat competition of the market. Have you ever thought, why would a customer come to you if your competitor is also offering the same product? The difference here can only be quality. Your brand products needs to be superior among all the competitors present in the market so that customer can trust on your product and can get attracted toward what you are offering to them. Total quality management is defined as a continuous effort by the management as well as employees of a particular organization to ensure long-term customer loyalty and customer satisfaction. Remember, one happy and satisfied customer brings 10 new customers with him, whereas one disappointed individual will spread bad words about your product and spoil several of your existing as well as potential customers in the market. Hence, it is very important that you provide something extra to your customers to expect loyalty in return. Quality of a product can be measured in terms of its durability, reliability, uses, and so on. Total quality management is a structured effort by employers to continuously improve the quality of their products and services through proper feedbacks and research. Ensuring superior quality of a product or service is not the responsibility of a single member. Here, a joint effort of management, staff member, workforce, suppliers in order to meet and exceed customer satisfaction level is required. Total quality management ensures that every single employee is working toward the improvement of work culture, processes, services, systems, and so on to ensure long term success. Total quality management can be divided into four categories: plan, do, check, and finally act. Here, the first step, planning. This phase is the most crucial phase of total quality management. In this phase, employers have to come up with their problems and queries which needs to be addressed. They need to come up with the various challenges they face in their day-to-day operations and also analyze the problems from the root. Employers are required to do necessary research and collect relevant data which would help them to find solutions to all their problems. Doing. In the doing phase, employee develop a solution for the problems defined in planning phase. Strategies are devised and implemented to overcome the challenges faced by employees. The effectiveness of solutions and strategies is also measured in this stage. After doing phase, the third phase comes is checking phase. Checking phase is the stage where people actually do a comparison analysis of before and after data to confirm the effectiveness of the processes and measure the results. Now the last phase is acting phase. In this phase, employers document their results and prepare themselves to address other problems. So here we have seen total quality management have four categories, four phases, where first the phase is planning phase, where they try to find out the problems and they try to find the queries which is needed to be addressed. Then comes doing phase, where they try to find out the solution to get rid of those problems. Then comes the checking phase, where they compare the current before and after data to get confirmed the effectiveness of the process. Then comes the acting phase, where they recognize, communicate, and revise the process. So here we have completed our another video which is on total quality.
Okay, guys, what are the four phases? What are the four phases you have seen in this video? Four phases பாத்தீங்க இல்லையா கடைசியா லாஸ்ட்ல அது என்னன்னு சொல்ல முடியுமா? வீடியோஸ் பாத்தீங்களா?
Plan, do, check, act.
Okay, excellent. Plan, do, check and act. இது வந்து டிக்யூஎம்ல மட்டும் இல்ல, இது வந்து உங்க ஸ்டடீஸ்ல உள்ள உங்க ஃபியூச்சர் எய்ம் ஆர் கோல் ஆர் வாட் எவர் இட் இஸ், இதுல வந்து நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா டெஃபினெட்லி யூ வில் பி கெட்டிங் சக்சீடட். இஸ் இட் ரைட்? Can anyone tell what are the four phases? Those who listen that video. ஒருத்தர் சொல்ல மாட்டானுங்களே. Can I audible? கேக்குதா பேசுறது? பேசுறது கேக்குதாப்பா?
கேக்குது சார்.
ஓகே ஓகே. என்னென்ன 4 phases? இன்னும் ஒரு டைம் மட்டும் சொல்லுங்க. என்னென்ன 4 phases?
Plan, do, check, act.
ம் ஓகே. இந்த டீமிங் வந்து ஒரு 14 points we discussed in the previous class. What the deeming was said. There are 14 points. I'm going to do a small quick recap of that 14 points. The first one is create a constancy of purpose toward improvement of product and service. So there are several ideas and several directions deeming was implemented in the quality management system in most of the industries and organizations to improve the quality of the product. So whenever the quality of the product is going to be increased, so definitely your company will come into the number one company in the world. So you have to maintain the quality. So the quality is main motto, and definitely each and every industry and organization always think about the quality. Because in this point, the create constancy of purpose toward improvement of product and service. So these are all the points briefly explained in the previous class. So the aim of become a competitive and stay in business and to provide jobs. So the first thing is, do we have clear goals for the organization communicated to all employees? Suppose சும்மா நம்ம ஏனோ தானே ஏதோ ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் ஆர்கனைஸ் any kind of things we started ourselves, we don't know the what is aim and we don't know the what is our goal. இதெல்லாம் எதுவுமே தெரியாம ஆரம்பிச்சுட்டு அப்படியே நம்மளுக்கு அது தெரிஞ்சிருந்தாலும் whether we have shared our goals, whether we have shared our whether we have shared all the thoughts regarding an company or organizations or any kind of industry to all the employees. Because the thoughts and aims and goals, whatever it is, so if you are going to keep it yourself, so you will not be achieved. So you should always share what about your thoughts and what industry want to become after 5 years or 10 years. So this thing you have to clearly mention to all the employees, those who are working within the industry. So first thing is you have to share all these things to your employees, because employees will also helpful to achieve your goals what you have prescribed in your company. So this is what said. Do you have clear goals for the organization which is communicated to all the employees? Next is to adopt the new philosophy. Last class also we discussed, suddenly if you are going to implement any kind of things, or if you are going to put any kind of rules or whatever the terms and condition also, at everywhere always the people always initially they people most of the people will always resist, and they will not immediately adopt the new philosophies whatever you are going to implement within the industry, whether the policy is also good or bad, whatever it is. But at the initial period, so definitely most of the people will not like to adopt the new philosophy. Okay. So next is, how can everyone be empowered, feel a sense of ownership and share in the company's success? So this is we want to make each and every employee, those who are in the industry or any kind of organization, so they should be empowered, as well as they should take care of the ownership, those who are working within the industry. The role is any kind of roles in the industry, so they should take care the ownership of each and every thing what they are doing within the industry or any kind of organization. So that is going to leads to a success, and that success is everybody's success and everybody wins. So everybody want to take care of the ownership, and everybody should always think about the goals. Next is uh, achieves dependence on inspection to achieve quality. So in here we are going to eliminate the need for inspection on mass basis by into the product in first place. So because of building a quality, so with everyone participating, our goals are to deliver perfect quality to our customers. With everyone participating our goals, if anyone, if someone is going to miss, so definitely we will not achieve the quality, or we will not achieve it. So as well as we can't able to continuously monitor each and every system whatever happens within the industry, because the deeming always set, so you should always take the ownership. So you have to think, this is not others company, this is your own company, you have to work for, you have to think, or you have to definitely think this goal is not the owner's goal, this is our goal and this is our company. So that feel is always should come to in our mind. So this is Deming set. So with everyone should always participating the goals what it is in the industry or any kind of organizations, so that is deliver perfect quality to all the customers. So you just look into these pictures what you can able to observe here. In these pictures what you are going to tell. இந்த பிக்சர் பார்த்தா உங்களுக்கு என்ன தெரியுது? 3 பக்கம் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரவுண்ட் ரவுண்டா இருக்கு. 4வது இடத்துல ஒரு சின்ன பாக்ஸ் மாதிரி தெரியுதா? ஹலோ, என்ன என்ன இதை என்ன மீன் பண்ண வருது?
அதுவும் ரவுண்டா இருந்தா ஈஸியா மூவ் பண்ணலாம்.
இல்லைனா ஸோ வி சுட் எலிமினேட் த நீட் ஃபார் இன்ஸ்பெக்ஷன். ஓகேவா, சும்மா சும்மா போய் செக் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க முடியாது. கோழி முட்டை போட்டா அது இந்த மாதிரி போடும், ரவுண்டா இந்த மாதிரி தான் போடும். என்னங்கிறீங்க? அந்த முட்டை சேப்புக்கு தான் கோழி போட்டிருக்கு. அது வந்து திடீர்னு இந்த பாக்ஸ் மாதிரியோ இல்லை ஸ்கொயர் மாதிரியோ வந்து போட்டுட்டு இருக்காது. ஸோ அதை வந்து அதனால வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஸோ யாரும் வந்து போயிட்டு இன்ஸ்பெக்ஷன் அடிக்கடி வந்து பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க முடியாது. இந்த மாஸ் ப்ரொடக்ஷன் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கும்போது எல்லா ப்ராடக்ட்டையும் நம்மளால இன்ஸ்பெக்ஷன் பண்ண முடியாது, ரேண்டமாக தான் நம்மளால பண்ண முடியும். அதே மாதிரி இட்ஸ் அண்ட் எவ்ரி ஒன் they should take the ownership அப்படின்னா so this problem will not come within the industry. And next is end the practice of awarding business on the basis of price tag. Someone is disturbing. Guys, you should always be in the meet. You should often go out. You should not often go out and come back again and again. So it is make a lot of disturbance. Okay, this point yesterday last class we discussed these all 14 points. So just I'm going to do a small recap in short span of time. Okay, the end the practice of awarding business on the basis of price tag. Instead, minimize the total cost and move toward a single supplier for any one item on a long-term relationship of loyalty and trust. So this is also we discussed in the last class. So we have to maintain a proper relationship within the suppliers as well, dealers or customers. Everywhere we should maintain a good relationship, and the supplier, if only one single supplier, that supplier or dealer may be a trustable person, or the person is so we need to maintain a proper relationship with the person, those who are going to getting our product in a very mass high rate at every time. So we should always take care of the person, supplier and dealer, and monthly once we need to put a meeting, and we are going to do we may call them for a dinner or somewhere to get together program. Okay, so we need to arrange like that to maintain a good relationship, monthly once or monthly twice. So we need to always keep in a touch, or we need to maintain a good relationship between the industry and the suppliers here. So the end the practice of awarding business, end the practice of awarding business on basis of price tag. So it should be removed instead, so we can maintain the minimize the total cost, as well as we are going to maintain a single supplier for all the items. So here, don't buy on price tag alone. Okay, don't buy for price tag alone, because this may end your business at any time. So we need to develop long-term beneficial relationship with all the suppliers. Okay, so they are the important persons. In this picture also you can easily able to understood. Next is improve constantly and forever the system of production and service. Improved constantly and forever the system of production and service. So this is to improve the quality and productivity, and thus constantly decrease the cost as well as. So the continuous improvement is needed everywhere. Okay, so once you have developed any kind of product, that product may be a very successful one, you are going to lie on the bit, so some other competitor will definitely will beat your product success, and they will be successful at very short period of time. So you have always this is also we discussed, you have always think on the new features or new innovations on the already existing product or whatever it is. So we have always think on new, we have always added some features or something innovative thing in our product or whatever it is. So continuous improvement is very much necessary to stand the market in long period or long times. Okay, at all levels, everyone should be involved in continuous improvement activities every single day. So I'm going to do a small uh, video.
Google Classroom. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to understand the Deming philosophy of quality, identify Deming's 14 points of quality, and explain the components of the Deming cycle. The philosophy of Deming revolves around three characteristics. One, a system of profound knowledge. Management must improve the whole system, not just parts of the system. Key here is continuous improvement. Two, psychology of people. This means managers must give importance to employee motivation and training, emphasize on education and training for excellence. Three, the theory of knowledge. This means that managers must make decisions based on facts and not on anything without scientific basis. Deming's 14 points of quality. Number one, create a constant purpose to improve. Plan for quality in the long term. Don't just do the same things better, find better things to do. Number two, adopt the new philosophy of quality. This means embracing quality throughout the organization and putting customers' needs first. Number three, implement leadership. Don't just supervise, be a coach, provide support and resources so that each staff member can do his or her best. Number four, use a single supplier for any one item. Look at suppliers as your partners in quality. Encourage them to spend time improving their own quality. Remember, quality relies on consistency. 5. Improve constantly and forever, continuously improving your systems and processes. 6. Use OJT or on the job training. Let people learn by doing. Encourage staff to learn from one another and provide a culture of teamwork. 7. Stop depending on inspections. Inspections can be costly and can be unreliable. Build quality into the process from start to finish.
The Toyota production system is the foundation of what Toyota do. Every single member here has the right to stop the line. If he sees something that's not quite right, we have what we call the hand-on system. He has the right to stop that line. Everybody's involved in it. It's not just top-down. We encourage, as we call it, bottom-up. So if a team member comes to me and says, I have an idea for this, you don't ignore him. There's nobody has a better idea than that member. The biggest asset we've got is the guys that work here. And it's not because you cut them open and they're like sticker rot and they've got Toyota through it. That's not it. It's just the amount of faith and pride that the people have got. And they will do what they can to help this company because they know it's helping them at the end of the day.
Number 8. Eliminate fear. Employees should not be afraid to express ideas or concerns. Number 9. Break barriers. Build understanding. Focus on collaboration and consensus. 10. Get rid of unclear slogans. Let people know exactly what must be done. Company slogans must be specific. Everyone knows what it means and how it is achieved. 11. Eliminate management by objectives. Look at how the process is carried out, not just numerical targets. Deming said that production targets can give high output but low quality. Measure the process rather than counting the output. 12. Remove barriers of workmanship. Everyone must take pride in their work without being rated or compared. Treat workers the same and don't make people compete with each other. 13. Education and improvement. Improve the skills of workers. People must learn new skills to prepare for future challenges. And finally, 14. Make transformation everybody's job. Improve your overall organization by making each person responsible for quality. The Deming cycle. The Deming cycle starts with planning. Here, you identify problems, errors, deficiencies, and then propose solutions. Next is do, which is putting solutions into action. This is testing if the proposed solutions work. Next, checking the results. This is to verify if the solutions work. Finally, once the best solution is identified, it is time to act. This is implementing the best solution. The stages of the Deming cycle goes on forever. Every time it turns, standards are improved. Imagine it rolling upwards on a hill. As you repeat the cycle and time goes by, the standards of quality are raised. This is the essence of continuous improvement. Nothing more can demonstrate the effectiveness of Deming's philosophy and continuous improvement than the success of Japan's industry. Japan embraced the idea of Deming and immediately set it in motion, even improving it. The philosophy may be invented in America, but it was made in Japan. That ends today's lesson. Kindly visit our Google Classroom to access the classwork. If you have any questions, just type it in the comment box. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay, what are the companies introduced and followed the Deming principles? இதுல வீடியோல பார்த்திருப்பீங்க இல்லையா? என்னென்ன கம்பெனிஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க? வீடியோ பார்த்தவங்க சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம்.
சார் டொயோட்டோ.
அப்புறம் வேற யார் யூஸ் பண்றா? சோனி போட்டிருந்தாங்க பார்க்கலையா? அது பக்கத்துலயே டொயோட்டோ, சோனி இவங்க எல்லாருமே வந்து பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா டேமிங்ஸ் பிரின்சிபலை யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. அண்ட் ஜப்பானீஸ் ஆல்சோ மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த ஜப்பானீஸ் பீப்புள் ஆல்சோ யூசிங் த டேமிங்ஸ் பிரின்சிபல். இந்த கேம்ஸ் எல்லாம் போட்டு காமிச்சாங்க பாத்தீங்களா? Most of the games nowadays developed by the Japanese peoples. Most of the gaming industry is also coming from the Japanese. And Toyota, they are believing only that leadership and they will not do the inspection very often. They will, as well as they totally 100% they didn't avoid inspections, but and it is very frequent, once in a month or once in a 6 month once. So whatever it is they will do, but they will not frequently do the inspection process within their industry, because they build the leadership in their industry. So that is what the Deming set, the 14 points. So when the 14 point is going to be implemented, so definitely so we will get a success in a very short period of time. So those industry is going to full-fledgedly they will implement these 14 points. So definitely they will come to the success levels. Okay, this is a Deming wheel. So this is called as Deming wheel. And this cycle also, this Deming wheel also developed by the Deming. So this is shortly called as PDCA cycle. So plan, do, check, and act. So in plan, identify a problem and develop a plan for improvement. So it is everywhere. So wherever we have a problem, so we need to identify the problems, or if any problem is going to be arised by the industry person also, definitely. So we need to identify the problems, or we are going to getting a problem, and we need to develop the plan for improvement or to avoid the problems what they prescribed in the industry. So this is what we need to do. So we need to identify the problem, or we are going to getting a problem in the industry, and develop the plan for the improvement. And after getting the plan, so what we are going to do, so after planning, so we are going to do a implementation. So implementation based on the plan. Okay, then test basis we are going to implement the plan. So after did this, so we are going to study and we are going to cross check it. Okay, whether the plan is going to working, whether this plan is one of the successful one plan. So because of this plan our problem is going to be solved or not. So these are all the things we need to taking into our mind. So when it is become a successful one, so definitely it is go to the next level. So that is act, that is institutionalize improvement, and continue this cycle. So this is what the Deming said. So this is said as Deming wheel, and as well as PDCA cycle: plan, do, check, act. Plan is nothing but based on our problem. When we are going to identify any kind of problem within the industry or any kind of organization, so we are going to develop a plan to solve or resolve the problems, and we are going to improve when we are going to solve the problem. So we will do improvement. So when we are going to have a plan in our hand, so we are going to implement that plan. So that is called as do. So we are going to implement plan on a test basis. During the test process, whether this plan is very much successful on, and we are getting, or we our problem has been solved, so definitely we can adopt for this plan. So that is the third point: study, check, access plan, is it working, act is institutionalize improvement, and continue cycle. Okay, so this is said by Deming. In plan, so what we have: policies and objectives, methods to achieve objective, do education and training, implementation of change, then observe result, analyze result, and finally prevent undesired effects, measure for improvements. So these are all things said in the PDCA cycle. Whether my slides are moving pa? Slides move ஆகுதா?
Yes, sir.
என்ன ஸ்லைட்ல இருக்கு? ஓகே ஓகே. The PDCA is a PDCA. So this PDCA or PDSA cycle was originally conceived by Walter C. Hart in 1930s, and later which was adopted and developed by Edward Deming. So this model provides a framework for improvement of any kind of process or any kind of systems in the within the industry or any kind of organization, and it is also used to guide the entire improvement of the project. And it is also used to develop the specific projects, whatever it is, once it is target improvement areas have been identified. Okay, so when we are going to implement this PDCA cycle, so immediately we can have an improvement in the industry or any kind of organization. A plan, change, or test aimed at improvement in this space. So we have discussed, so this is also repeated here. So we are going to identify the problems, and we are going to do plan based on the problems, how to solve the problems, and what are the factors we need to consider. So after that we are going to implement it in a trial basis or test basis or whatever it is. So when it is going to working very well, so definitely we will implement this. And do is carry out the change or any kind of test what we have planned. Okay, implement the change you decided in the plan phase, document the procedure and observation, and use tool to collect information, and check or study. So after planning, we are going to do the planning in a test basis, and finally whether the test is working in a effective manner or not, whether our problem is solved or not. So this is also we are going to check in the third phase, check or study the results, what was learned and what went wrong. So we will study in this phase. So this is a crucial step in BDC cycle. After you have implemented the change for a short time, you must determine how well it is working and is it really leading to improvement in the way you had hoped. And you must decide on several measures with which you can monitor the level of improvement. And run charts can be helpful with this measurement. And next is adopt the change and abandon it or run the cycle again. இதை வந்து நம்ம கடைசியா பார்ப்போம். இதுல செக் பண்ணி ஸ்டடி பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் இதை நம்ம பார்ப்போம். இதை வந்து நம்ம பண்ணலாமா வேண்டாமா அப்படிங்கிறது. ஓகே, இதான் வந்து பிடிசி சைக்கிள பண்றோம். ஆஃப்டர் பிளானிங் a change, implementing, then monitoring it, and you must decide whether it is worth continuing the particular change. நம்ம பண்ண பிளான் இதுல ஒர்க் ஆகுதா இல்லையா டெஸ்ட்லயே தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும். ஓகேன்னு அதை கண்டினியூ பண்ணலாம். இஃப் இட் இஸ் கன்சீவ் டூ மச் ஆஃப் டைம், so was difficult to adhere, stick on to it, or even led to no improvement in the plan, நமக்கு ஒரு யூஸ் இல்லை அப்படின்னா definitely you may consider aborting the change and planning a new one. இதை தூக்கி போட்டு மறுபடியும் again we are going to sit together and we are going to plan new thing and to solve the problems. இதை வந்து அப்படி ரிப்பீட்டடா பண்ணணும். எப்போ சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா ப்ராப்ளம் சால்வ் ஆகுதோ அதை அப்போ கொண்டு போய் நம்ம இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணணும். இதை வந்து ரிப்பீட்டடா பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கும். Next is 7 deadly diseases. So lack of constancy of purpose and emphasis on short-term profits and over-emphasis on performance appraisal and merit rating and too much staff mobility and over-dependence on figures, particularly financial, and excessive medical cost and excessive legal cost. So these are all the 7 deadly diseases. Next is contribution of Joran. Now we discussed about the Deming's principle and Deming cycles and 7 deadly diseases what we said Demings. So these are all the 7 deadly diseases. Okay, the next is a contribution of Juran. So he is also one of the person. He focused on top-down management technical methods rather than work, pride and satisfaction. So his lectures introduce the management dimensions of planning, organizing, as well as controlling, and focused on the responsibility of management to achieve quality and the necessity of setting the goals in the industry and why we want to set the goals. And this Juran, the person is going to define quality as fitness for use in terms of design, conformance, availability, safety, and field use. So this is his statement. Joran said that quality defines fitness for use in there are 5 terms. One is a design, conformance, availability, safety, and field use. And he is prepared to measure everything and relies on system and problem solving techniques. And unlike Deming, he focuses on top-down management and technical methods rather than pride and satisfaction. So he prepared the measure everything relies on system and problem solving technique. And next is Churon trilogy. That the trilogy consists of 3 sequential and logical groups of activities. One is the quality planning, quality control, and quality improvement. Okay, these are all the 3 trilogy consist of sequential and logical group activities of Jurons. So the quality planning. So in this quality planning, discover customer needs and deficiencies and design adequate processes. So always we are going to focus on the customers and we are going to getting data from the customers. And we will collect the data from the customers. We have any need, if you want, whether we need to improve any kind of things in our product or whether you feel any deficiencies in our products or whatever it is. So everything we need to collect from the customer, as well as if in case if we find any problems or whatever it is, definitely we are going to do a specific changes in the process, as well as we are going to improve the quality of the product based on the customer satisfaction. Okay, based on that, we are going to design adequate processes. So from that process, we are going to again improve everything. Next is quality control. So in this quality control, compare actual performance to goals and take actions on the differences. So we are going to compare the actual performance to goals. Already we have set goals in all the industries and organizations. So we are going to do a comparison. So a comparison of actual performance to goals and take action on the differences. Okay, in case any differences if we feel so the differences may not uh, stick on to our goals or whatever it is. So it may also affect our goals. So definitely we are going to do some actions when we feel the differences. And next is quality improvement, the attainment of unprecedented levels of performance. Okay, the attainment of unprecedented levels of performance. So the improvement area is always, this is not just like improvement. So this is a continuous improvement. Definitely we need to do it at a every minutes or every seconds. So we are always thinking about the continuous improvements of the industry or any kind of organizations. So this is very much contributed to all the industry. Okay, in this main quality, the main objective of this quality improvement is to reduce the waste as well as to change logistics and to improve employee morale and as well as to improve profitability and also the satisfy the customers. So everything is related to the customers. If customer is satisfied and customer is so happy, definitely our product is going to become a very successful one in the market and throughout the world. According to the Juran, the quality planning is necessary to establish processes that are capable of meeting quality standards. Okay, that quality control is necessary in order to know when we are going to take a corrective action, whether it is needed based on the customer feedback or customer needs. So definitely we need to take a corrective actions when it is required or needed. And the quality improvement will also help to find better ways of doing any kind of things. The entire concepts of Zuron quality trilogy can be summarized. So that are first thing is the quality planning is identify the customers, determine the customers' needs, and develop product features and establish quality goods and develop a process and prove process capability. இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்கு. குவாலிட்டி பிளானிங் கொண்டு இருக்கும், அதே மாதிரி குவாலிட்டி கண்ட்ரோலுக்கு, அதே மாதிரி குவாலிட்டி இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட்டுக்கு. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வந்து இந்த பாயிண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து கான்செப்ட் வந்து ஜூரான் சொல்லியிருக்காரு ஒவ்வொன்றுக்கு. குவாலிட்டி பிளானிங்கா, அப்போ அதில் நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணணும், ஐடென்டிஃபை த கஸ்டமர்ஸ். போய் கஸ்டமரை ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணு, அவனை பாரு, அவனை பார்த்து டிட்டர்மைன் அவனோட தேவை என்ன, அவனோட ப்ராடக்ட் நல்லா சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை ஆகாம இருக்கிறானா இல்லையா, இல்லை அவனுக்கு ஏதாவது அதில் ஆட் பண்ண வேண்டியது இருக்கா, அதில் ஏதாவது அவனுக்கு ஃபியூச்சர் பத்தலையா அந்த ஃபியூச்சர் பார்த்தல அப்படின்னு உடனே நீ போய் அந்த டெவலப் அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ல இருக்கிற ஃபியூச்சர் ஏதாவது ஆட் பண்ணு, புதுசாக இன்னோவேட் பண்ணி ப்ராடக்டை நல்லா டெவலப் பண்ணி கொண்டு வா, குவாலிட்டியாக கொண்டு வா. அந்த மாதிரி அவங்கன்னா ஸ்டடி பண்ணி ப்ராடக்டை டெவலப் பண்ணணும். அதான் வந்து ஜூரான் சொல்றாரு. குவாலிட்டி பிளானிங்க்கு அவர் ஒரு சர்டன் டேர்ம்ஸ் வச்சிருக்காரு. தட் தீஸ் ஆர் ஆல் the terms: identify the customers, determine the customer needs, develop product features, establish quality goods, develop a process, prove process capability. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. நெக்ஸ்ட் குவாலிட்டி கண்ட்ரோல். குவாலிட்டி கண்ட்ரோலுக்கு அதே மாதிரி சூஸ் கண்ட்ரோல் சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ், வாட் டு கண்ட்ரோல், எதை பண்ணணும், சூஸ் கண்ட்ரோல் சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ், சூஸ் கண்ட்ரோல் சப்ஜெக்ட் எதை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணணும், then choose units of measurements and establish measurements and establish standards of measurements, measure actual performance, interpret the difference and take any action when it is required, whether the measurements and whether the difference is going to be differ from your goal. அந்த மாதிரி டைம்ல வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா we need to take everything. In quality control we need to control all these things. And next is quality improvement. Quality improvementல அதே மாதிரி prove need for improvement, எதுக்காக வந்து நம்ம இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்றோம் அப்படிங்கிறத we should prove. And next is identify specific projects for improvement. தென் ஏதாவது ஒரு இடத்துல கண்டிப்பா நம்ம இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணணும், அதை பண்ணி ஆகணும். Next is organize to guide the projects, organize for diagnosis, for discovery of causes. Frequently we need to do this. And next is diagnose to find the causes. The next is provide remedies. Causes not conduced, you don't leave it. You should always give some remedies. Next, to prove that remedies are effective under the operating conditions. So remedies கொடுத்துட்டு okay அப்படின்றது கூட you have to go and monitor whether the causes are solved because of your remedies அப்படிங்கிறது you should check it frequently and you should always prove it. The next is provide for control to hold gains. Okay, these are all the different steps and these are all the different concept of Juron's quality trilogy: quality improvement and quality control. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, otherwise, I'm going to end my session.